8 rounds of boxing. It is brought to you by Jake Paul and Nakisa Badarian.
We fight hard, fight clean, touch them up.
In a night charged with anticipation and electrifying energy, the boxing world witnessed a monumental clash as Jake Paul, the brash YouTube sensation, finally stepped into the ring with none other than the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. This wasn't just another fight, it was a collision of eras, a showdown that pitted modern celebrity boxing against the storied legacy of one of the sport's greatest icons. From the moment the bell rang, it was clear that this bout would be etched into boxing history. Jake Paul, at 27 years old, had meticulously crafted his boxing career, boasting a 9-1 record against a lineup of opponents who were often past their prime or lack serious boxing credentials. Standing 6'1" and weighing 200 pounds, Paul entered the ring with a physical advantage on paper, exuding confidence and relying on his youthful aggression to overpower his adversaries. Critics frequently derided him for turning boxing into a spectacle, accusing him of undermining the sport's integrity. Yet, Paul's swagger remained unshaken as he faced Mike Tyson, a name synonymous with raw power, fearsome skill, and unparalleled greatness. Mike Tyson, now 58 years old, had long been a titan in the boxing world. Despite being far removed from his prime, the aura of Iron Mike was as formidable as ever. Standing 5'10" and weighing 220 pounds, Tyson's presence alone commanded respect and fear. As he entered the ring, there was a palpable sense of nostalgia mixed with tension. Could the aging legend still deliver the performance that had made him a household name? The fight was governed by special rules, 2-minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves, designed to protect both fighters but unable to quell the inherent danger of the event. From the opening bell, it was evident that this was not a typical Jake Paul fight. Paul, who had thrived on his ability to overwhelm opponents with sheer energy and aggression, found himself facing a completely different challenge in Tyson. The older man's movements were measured, deliberate, and deceptively swift for someone of his age. Tyson's ring intelligence, honed over decades, was on full display as he patiently awaited openings, countering Paul's jabs with powerful, precise body shots that visibly shook the younger fighter's confidence. As the first round progressed, the difference in experience between the two fighters became glaringly obvious. While Paul was accustomed to bulldozing his way through matches, Tyson employed a methodical, almost surgical approach. He expertly used feints and superior footwork to keep Paul off balance, breaking down his defenses with each calculated punch. Midway through the round, Tyson shifted his focus from the body to the head, sensing Paul's growing fatigue and frustration. Paul, struggling to mount an effective offense, attempted to regain control with a series of jabs, but Tyson's evasive maneuvers made it impossible for him to find his rhythm. The turning point came in the early seconds of the first round. In a desperate bid to catch Tyson off guard, Paul threw a wild right hand. Tyson, ever the master strategist, anticipated the move with uncanny precision. He dodged the punch effortlessly, shifted his weight, and unleashed a thunderous right hook that connected squarely with Paul's jaw. The impact was immediate and devastating. Paul crumpled to the canvas, unconscious before he even hit the ground, and the referee had no choice but to call an immediate end to the fight. The entire match had lasted less than 2 minutes, a stark reminder of the vast gulf in skill and experience between the two fighters. Tyson's victory was more than just a personal triumph, it was a powerful statement about the essence of boxing. For too long, the rise of social media influencers like Jake Paul had transformed boxing into a sideshow where fame and entertainment often overshadowed the sport's fundamental values of skill, discipline, and respect. Tyson's knockout served as a stark reminder that boxing is a serious, demanding discipline rooted in decades of tradition and expertise. It highlighted the inherent dangers of pitting seasoned professionals against novice fighters who had bitten off more than they could chew. For Jake Paul, the defeat was a humbling experience that exposed the limitations of his approach to the sport. His strategy of cherry-picking opponents and leveraging his celebrity status to generate buzz had worked to an extent, but facing a true legend like Tyson revealed the cracks in his facade of invincibility. The bravado and confidence that had defined his career up to that point were shattered, replaced by a look of disbelief and shock. Paul was left at a crossroads. Continue to chase spectacle fights against carefully selected opponents, or reassess his approach and dedicate himself to genuinely improving his boxing skills. This loss forced him to confront the reality that true greatness in boxing cannot be bought or faked. It must be earned through hard work, dedication, and respect for the craft. The broader implications of this fight reverberated throughout the boxing community. In recent years, there had been a surge in celebrity boxing matches where social media stars and non-traditional fighters stepped into the ring primarily for entertainment and financial gain. While these events attracted new audiences and generated significant revenue, they also sparked debates about the dilution of boxing's integrity. Tyson's decisive victory over Paul was a clear message that despite the changing dynamics of the sport, the core principles of boxing skill, experience, and respect remain paramount. It underscored the dangers of turning boxing into merely a platform for entertainment, where the allure of fame can overshadow the sport's true competitive nature. Tyson's performance was lauded by pundits and fans alike, who marveled at his ability to still compete at such a high level despite his age. His knockout of Paul was celebrated as a testament to his enduring power and ring savvy, reinforcing his legacy as one of the greatest fighters in history. For many, it was a moment of redemption, a reaffirmation that Tyson still possessed the qualities that had made him a fearsome champion in his prime. The fight also reignited discussions about the ethics of celebrity boxing, questioning whether such matchups honor or undermine the sport's traditions. Meanwhile, Jake Paul faced a significant setback in his burgeoning boxing career. The loss to Tyson not only dented his record, but also forced him to reevaluate his future in the sport. Should he continue to pursue high-profile, high-payday fights with less experienced opponents, or should he take the necessary steps to hone his skills and earn genuine respect within the boxing community? This loss could serve as a pivotal moment, pushing Paul to transition from being a spectacle to a serious contender. However, such a transformation would require immense dedication, humility, and a commitment to the sport that goes beyond mere entertainment. As the dust settled from this historic bout, the boxing world was abuzz with analysis and commentary. Fans and experts dissected every aspect of the fight, praising Tyson's strategic brilliance and lamenting Paul's exposed vulnerabilities. The image of Jake Paul lying on the canvas, defeated by a man nearly twice his age and decades his senior in experience, became an enduring symbol of the fight's significance. It was a stark reminder of the perils of underestimating an opponent, especially one with the storied legacy of Mike Tyson. For Mike Tyson, the victory was a triumphant return to the ring, a moment of redemption that solidified his legendary status. It demonstrated that even at 58, Tyson still possessed the power, skill, and ring intelligence that had made him one of boxing's most feared and respected figures. His performance served as a beacon for the sport, emphasizing that true boxing greatness is measured by in-ring accomplishments and the respect earned through years of dedication and hard work. Looking ahead, the implications of this fight are likely to influence how celebrity boxing matches are perceived and promoted. Tyson's victory sends a clear message that boxing remains a sport where legends can still make their mark, and where the essence of true competition cannot be overshadowed by fame alone. For Jake Paul, this loss could be a turning point, urging him to rethink his approach and possibly seek genuine growth within the sport. Whether he chooses to continue on his current path or take a more dedicated route to improve his boxing skills remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: this fight has left an indelible mark on both fighters and the boxing world at large. In the end, the bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was a dramatic illustration of the timeless adage that experience and skill often triumph over youth and novelty. It served as a powerful reminder that while the landscape of boxing may evolve with new stars and changing dynamics, the fundamental principles of the sport remain steadfast. As fans and observers digest the outcomes of this monumental fight, The boxing community is left to ponder the future intersections of celebrity and combat sports, and whether the sport can maintain its integrity amidst the evolving demands of entertainment and spectacle. One thing is clear: when legends step back into the ring, they bring with them the weight of history, the respect of the sport, and a reminder that true greatness in boxing is measured not just by victories, but by the legacy one leaves behind.